Oh, okay. You can't eat that corn.
No?
No.
It's not like candies?
No, no, it's not like candy. Hola, farmsteaders.
Hola.
We are Mac.
And Jose.
And we are Yooper Country Farms.
Yep.
We are a membership farm up here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We are all about farming and self-sufficiency and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So if you're into any of those things, we hope you will give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Today is a video I'm very excited to bring you. It's one I've been wanting to make and took a lot of planning and ordering and preparing to get it done. And here it is. So today we're going to talk about our 2021 garden plan and share with you all of the seeds we ordered, which we have a lot of seeds.
Yep.
They said to start small, but I am horrible at listening. And since I've gardened before, hopefully this won't be too big of a transition, but we'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right, so the garden plan. There is so much to think about when doing the garden plan, and I didn't want to get too complicated. It was really nice. A friend of ours, Jonathan, and his wife Allison shared with us their garden plan from last year, and they gardened just not too far away from us. And they were doing 40 beds, which is very similar to what we'll be doing.
Yep.
But also in this book, which I've shared on the channel before, Jean-Martin has an entire section in the back on his gardens. Now he runs 10 plots of 16 beds each, plus he has 2 caterpillar tunnels and his heated greenhouse. So he is running a lot of beds.
Yep.
What we're going to try to do, instead of reinventing the wheel, we are going to use a scaled down version of what he's doing. We're either going to do a quarter size, or depending on how the season starts, we may bring it down to even an 1/8 of the size of his and do 50-foot beds instead of 100-foot beds. Just depending on how much time we have and how much confidence we feel like we have as we get into the planting season. Because it may just be too overwhelming, and I don't want Jose and I to be burnt out before we even get started.
Yep.
So he's running approximately 200 beds. So we are going to do either 50 beds or right around 30 beds. And then we are going to have 2 caterpillar tunnels currently, and we are in the process of negotiating on a 3rd one, because I would really love to be doing an entire caterpillar tunnel of tomatoes and nearly an entire caterpillar tunnel of peppers, because I love bell peppers and really want that to be a focus of the farm. So he runs 10 plots with 16 beds, and he rotates them every year. So his beds are rotated basically every 10 years, goes through a full rotation. So we're going to be doing something similar, but our plots will be 4 beds instead of 16 beds like his are. All right, so he also does, every other year he does greens and roots on a bed. So that will be your leaf lettuces, all of your salad mixes, your carrots, your turnips, all of those kind of things will be included in the greens and roots. And then he does like a cucurbits and his brassicas, which also rotate. He does onions, and then let's see what else. We are going to add, what he didn't do, we're going to add a potato and corn bed, because we really, for us, want to be doing some sweet corn and some potatoes. The corn is very important to Jose. He really wanted to be doing that because it'll remind him of home. And I love doing potatoes. Then also he has a solanaceae bed, which is eggplants, ground cherries, peppers, and then some melons in that bed. And so we're recreating that. So I'm just going to talk through the 10 different plots we're going to do, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the 2 caterpillar tunnels, possibly 3 caterpillar tunnels. And then lastly, I'm going to go through all the seeds we purchased, which is a ton of seeds, but is the part I'm most excited about sharing.
Yep.
Okay, so the first set of beds will be cucurbits and the brassicas.
Yep.
So we're talking broccoli, cauliflower, kale, kohlrabi, bok choy, and some summer squash, which gotta love some zucchini. And then The second plot will be greens and roots, like I talked about at the beginning. The third plot will be potato and corn. And we may move that plot out of the way a little bit so it's not mixed into our 10-year rotation. And then another greens and roots. And then the solanaceae, which is eggplants, ground cherries, and the peppers. And then some melons.
Yep.
And then mixed into those beds, we will be planting garlic at the end of the season on that greens and roots bed. And that garlic will be in the ground through the middle of next year. Okay, then we have another greens and roots bed. Then another cucurbits and brassica. Then there'll be another greens and roots. And then the onions. So we'll be doing 4 beds. It's 1 plot, 4 beds of onions. Our green onions and then our bulbing onions. Which it was so hard to get bulbing onions this year. The varieties we wanted. Ailsa Craig is supposedly really popular. And we couldn't get it anywhere. No matter where I looked, everybody was sold out of those.
Yep.
Walla Wallas were sold out, which is one I wanted to try. But I did manage to find some smaller packets of Walla Wallas, so we'll at least be able to give them a try. Then another greens and roots, which is mostly will be a salad mix bed, because we're going to be doing a lot of salad mix. And then the last 3 plots, because those were the first 10, the last 3 plots will just be the green or the caterpillar tunnels. So we will do 1, if we get 3, we're going to do 1 full caterpillar tunnel of tomatoes, 1 full caterpillar tunnel or close to full of bell peppers and hot peppers, because bell peppers are my favorite, hot peppers are Jose's favorite, so we'll be doing a little bit of each. And then the last caterpillar tunnel will be cucumbers. If we get the 3rd caterpillar tunnel, we're going to set it up off of the heated greenhouse and use the heater in the greenhouse to actually heat that caterpillar tunnel. So the 3rd caterpillar tunnel will be our tomatoes and hopefully will be heated, which will allow us to get those tomatoes in the ground earlier than we expected, which means we may need to start planting tomatoes pretty quick.
Yep.
So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So that's the garden bed plan. And of course it's laid out by dates, which dates we think we're going to put stuff in the garden. I'm going to go back in the computer then, and then from there go backwards from the date we're going to plant in the garden and do the dates that they need to be put into the greenhouse so that they're ready for transplant into the garden, because we're going to be transplanting a lot of our plants. All right, so let's get to the part, Jose, that I am most excited about. I want to talk about the seeds we ordered.
Okay.
So we started ordering fairly early, what I thought was fairly early, and the seed companies, it was really hard to find a lot of the varieties we wanted. We had to go with our second options.
Yeah.
And usually I would try to order almost everything in one order, but I ended up doing several orders because I would do an order, and as I was ordering, things would be, it would be saying, this is no longer available. This is no longer available. So what I did is I ordered in several segments. I would order what I knew I could order, and then I would go back and replan for the things I couldn't order, and then I did that several times. So it was a little bit of a frustrating year for seed order because I felt like it was broken up, and then I was like, did I order this or didn't I order this? So next year I'm going to try to be prepared even earlier to try to get the order in before there are all of the seed outages. And also Jose and I know we want to do some dry beans, like black beans, but it is so hard to find beans that you can use for drying in the seed company. So we're just going to have to, some of it we've went ahead and purchased after the fact at whenever we were in stores and found what we were looking for. But we're going to try out a few things.
Yep.
All right, Jose, are you ready to talk seeds?
I'm ready.
Okay, so let's start with this big box down here on the floor. This is our heaviest box, and the reason for that is all of our pea seeds are in here. So we are doing Royal Snap peas, which are a purple variety. And then we have the Honey Snap, which may be a yellow variety. I'm not 100% sure. And then we have Premium Shelling peas, which I never realized how amazing peas were until I started gardening. Because you buy peas at the store or frozen, and they just don't have very much flavor. But peas that have been grown in your garden, are like candy. They are, the flavor is so intense. I never had to worry about bringing peas into the house because I ate them right out of the garden all the time. Hopefully this year we'll have enough planted that I won't be able to eat all of them before we take them to market. Okay, so then we have some sugar snap peas, which are just a green snap pea. We have some amethyst bush beans, some provider bush beans, and then we have our onions in here. And these are definitely not enough onion seeds. This will be right on the small end of having how many onions we need. But we did some Patterson, which are a bulbing. We did Monastrell, which are a red bulbing. And then we have our deep purple bunching onions, and we have some Guardsman bunching onions. So that's what we did for our peas and our onions. Okay, next up is, this one is our, oh, this is my favorite box, and I'll tell you why. This stack of seeds right here is our bell peppers and our tomatoes. And so for our bell peppers, we are doing Ace, which is a red variety that a lot of people recommended to me. And then we are doing Sweet Sunrise, which are a yellow. And let's see, then we have the Escamillo and the Carmen, which are both like a longer sweet pepper. And those ones I'm really excited about. Then the rest of these are all tomatoes. And we got all kinds of tomatoes. We have everything from slicing tomatoes down to cherry tomatoes. Some of my favorite are pear tomatoes. So we have some pear varieties. I'm very excited. Okay, then we have our summer squash, our zucchinis. Jose loves soups with zucchini in it. So we got plenty of that. And then some different kohlrabis. And I believe our broccolis are also in here, and our cauliflowers are in this stack. Celery. We have some eggplants, which I'm not a huge eggplant person, but I picked them up because I know other people are big fans of eggplants, so we did some eggplant. And then we're doing some melons. I did some short season melons because Jose really wanted melons.
I want to try it, yeah.
So we did some different varieties of melons. So we're just going to try some out and see how they do. I don't know that we'll be selling them at the farmer's market, but it will just be a fun thing to do. All right, these are our two tango celeries. And then these are all of our herbs that we bought. So there's basil in here. We got a couple different types of basil because Jose and I are crazy about basil. And Jose, what is your favorite herb?
Cilantro.
Yeah, Jose really likes cilantro. I put cilantro and a lot of it in everything. So I don't know what else is in here, but there's a lot. I can't read. Oh, dill. I forgot. We got a lot of dill too. I should have known. I can smell it wafting out of the package. Okay, so that's that box. This box is, I think, most of our root vegetables. So in here we have a ton. Oh no, this is our greens box. So in here are all of our lettuce mixes. We wanted to do the Salanova lettuces, which a lot of people recommended and said to do, but we could not get enough varieties and order enough quantity to do Salanova. So what we ended up doing was just standard salad mixes. So I just ordered some of the Johnny Seeds mixes. This is the All-Star Mix, which is just really looked like a great variety. I ordered their premium greens mix so they can be mixed in. I ordered like a curly leaf mix or frill. It's called, I think, Cheap Frills mix. I ordered a kale mix because I know for me, I am a kale fanatic. Like, I love kale. I have a ton of spinach in here. Really, greens to me that's the base of Jose and I's diet, especially through the summer. We are eating salads non-stop. So I know we want to be growing a lot. I want to have it available at the farmers markets and for our members. So there will be a lot of different greens. All right, let's see what else is in here. So these are some different kales. Oh, cabbages. I love cabbages and Asian greens. We ordered a bunch, a lot of bok choy. Bok choy is one of my favorites, especially in soups and in salads. Oh, I could eat a lot of bok choy. Okay, so that's pretty much this box. We did get some Salanovas to try them out. They're the pelletized seeds, which the pelletized seeds are just a lot easier to put through your seeders. So I'm very excited about that. And what's this one? Oh, this is Newham. I think it's a bib lettuce right here. So just we got a bunch of different kinds of lettuces, a bunch of stuff to try out. Because this is our first year, it'll be nice to get some different things in the ground, see what works well for us, see what sells well at the farmer's market, and then we can really begin to get clear on what it is we want to grow.
Yeah.
All right, the last box, Jose. What do we got here? So this is our roots box. So a lot of our root vegetables, a lot of different carrots. This one is a purple variety. Let's see, I can tell you exactly what the variety is. Purple Sun. Wow. I should have my glasses on. Then we got some Yellowstone, which is a yellow variety. The Yayas, which a lot of people recommended, that's an orange variety. I thought that I got the rainbow mix, but I think I put it in my cart, it was available, and then it was unavailable when I went to order it. A lot of radishes. I have Easter egg radishes here, which are the very colorful varieties. I have some Pink Beauty radishes, some Nelson radishes. There will be no shortage of radishes on the farm here. And then beets. We are going to do a lot of beets, and we already have people asking us to do beets by the bushel. People asking us if we're going to have tomatoes available in large quantities because they want a can, and we want to have that stuff available. So we'll be growing a ton of beets, and of course a lot of tomatoes. And then the last thing is the turnips. We got some of the sweeter turnips that he recommends in his book to try out. So I'm very excited about that. And then the last thing is we've gone to the store a couple of times and we've just picked up, because I didn't order, because we won't be doing a whole lot of them, I didn't order hot peppers through Johnny's Seeds, but we picked up a few because Jose loves hot peppers. So we have jalapenos, habaneros, which he's going to be responsible for picking and handling all of that. A hot salsa blend and an Anaheim chili pepper. Then I did pick up a few Walla Wallas because we couldn't get the Ailsa Craigs, and this is not enough to even plant a bed, but we picked them up because Walla Wallas are such good onions. Just some more tomato varieties. And the reason I did that is because if we sell at the farmer's market, if we sell starts, I want to have varieties available for people, so I picked some up. And then Jose wanted to do some sunflowers because they were recommended that we do those. Yeah. And then of course Jose wants some corn, so we ordered some corn there, and then I ordered enough online to do a full bed. Yay!
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So that is our garden plan, how we plan on planting our garden and doing our rotations. You know, eventually Jose and I would like to be doing about 1.5 acres of garden here. This year we'll be doing closer to 1/4 acre. But we do want to work up to doing a lot more. We have our trees coming in for our orchard, and we're talking about doing large berry patches and some strawberries because I think we want our focus to be those kinds of fruits and the vegetables.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jose, anything else?
Just comment if you have a garden, if you have a plan for this year.
Yeah, we'd love to hear what you have going on. We'd love to hear your varieties, especially if you're up here in the UP. What varieties grow well for you, so we know what to order next year, because we were flying by the seat of our pants this year a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, if you are a farmsteader or a homesteader, you live in the UP, you think Jose and I are mildly entertaining, we hope that you will subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Again, we are Mac.
And Jose.
And we are Yooper Country Farms.
Thank you. Okay, now I can eat.
No, you cannot eat the sweet corn. Nice try.